Just the thought of you going away for a year to another country seems kind of far-fetched, to be honest. You know, that was my... I'm like, okay, yeah, and... Hey, are we done? Can I go now?
Oh my god, come on! Hey, what's up? It's Kenna and I'm back for another video. Today's video topic is going to be one of the most important out of all the videos I've made about being an exchange student. And that is because I'm talking about how you convince your parents to let you go. Because let's face it, you can make the money, you can learn the language before you go, you can do everything right, but if your parents don't say yes, you cannot go. So this has got to be one of the most important parts and aspects of being an exchange student, like getting your parents on board. And I've seen a few of these videos like on YouTube, but they don't actually have parents, like the parents of the kids who let them go. So I asked my dad and he kindly agreed to be interviewed so that maybe if you want to go on exchange and your parents are just not about it, you can show them this video and like as a parent, he understands their perspective. Like we don't necessarily understand what it's like to have kids. I'm 18, but he does, or he will when he gets here. Without further ado, all the way from downstairs.
Haha, did you get it? Downstairs, because like my room is upstairs. Yeah, we'll just keep going with the video.
My dad. Woo, all right, come on in, Mr. Burke. Yeah. Okay, so born in Butler, Pennsylvania. He likes Bulls, Bears, Cubs. He lived in Chicago. His favorite food is spicy nacho Doritos. Woo!
And broiled fish.
And no good host wouldn't...
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, give you a glass of water. So, there's your complimentary drink, Mr. James. Think, okay. Doing good, Dad?
An easygoing Saturday, so it's all good.
Okay. So, we're going to start out with the first question. I already have them pre-written down. Okay, so... what was your first thought when I came home and told you about exchange?
Oh, I just thought it was a pipe dream. Just something.
What's a pipe dream?
Just a dream, like it would be something that would go away.
Oh, okay, so you're saying.
It wasn't anything that was gonna, I didn't.
Like you thought my head was kind of in the clouds.
Yeah, you were just, I thought you were just talking, there was nothing, you know.
Okay. Was there like a slight, like, maybe I'll let her go, or you were just like, it's funny?
I didn't know if you were serious about it, so that was my initial thought.
Okay. Once you kind of realized that I wasn't going to give up on this pipe dream, what was it that was making you feel apprehensive towards, like, saying yes, or maybe, like, going to one of those meetings?
So when you first came home and brought the subject up, I was thinking, okay, this would never happen. And then
And we all know how that ended.
Then as you continue talking about it, I still was thinking, this is not going to happen. Not having any information, you know, on the details of it. Okay. I had no knowledge previously of what it was all about.
Right.
I didn't really research it or anything.
So you felt
prior to us going.
Right. So you felt kind of uninformed?
Yeah, I was uninformed, but I knew just the thought of you going away for a year to another country seems kind of far-fetched, to be honest. You know, that was my... I'm like, okay, yeah, and you know, as time went on, we got more information. And
so that leads us into our next question, which is, what made you actually start to consider the idea?
I think when we went to the first information meeting at the Rotary, at the local...
Yeah, like they had a little meeting exchange at this museum, kind of.
So it was run by adults that were all family people that had gone on exchanges themselves when they were younger. So they were able to talk from experience, and they were all very good people. It was very impressive. It wasn't a sales pitch. It was people that Yeah, I mean, it was people that had actually gone on it that were talking from experience and the value that it brought to their life. Good people that were donating their time. It was all volunteer.
Oh yeah, they don't get paid.
Very responsible people. And that was huge, that, you know, as a parent, that you're going to be around and under the guidance of responsible adults with character, and that was a huge piece.
Okay. And then I think this is kind of like, it's the main question we've been leading up to. So I'm just going to ask you, you kind of already really answered a lot of it, but I guess just in short, like, what really convinced you to let me study abroad?
You know, a lot of boxes had to be checked before.
Like what kind of boxes?
Well, just the fact of who, what, where, when, how much.
Right.
We were able to kind of go through step by step and look at
realistically, you know, how
each of those
it would work.
Each of those questions, that we could answer them in a positive way that, you know, it was,
makes sense.
That would work. And then even with your going away, how would it work with your high school coming back? And
oh yeah, big one.
You and your mom worked that piece out.
Yeah, we did. We went to the school to talk to the counselor.
And you were able to work it to where you did some summer school before you went.
Right.
And then you took a heavier load when you came back. You got a credit for being there and passing that language test.
Oh yeah, got the credit for Italian.
Able to graduate on time.
Cha-ching.
And the fact that they had students that had gone and come back and they were volunteering their time.
Right.
And talking about their experience, you know, and we're talking adults that were in their 40s, 50s that went way back when, to the new people coming back in their 20s. Everyone was just so, you know, across the board, that it was such a life-changing experience in a positive way.
Okay, so on to the next question. What do you think you as a parent learned from the process?
I think it opened our mind, you know, it opened up our mind to the possibilities that are out there, and to keep kind of an open mind towards things. It was rewarding as a parent to see you go out there and living your dream. And you know, there was some struggles that you worked through, but it was, you know, good life experience that'll you'll carry with you the rest of your life. It's a neat thing to see as a parent.
You know, living with 3 other families for an entire year, I'm probably not going to come back the same person. So how do you think that I've changed since coming back home? What do you think? You can be brutally honest.
Well, no, I think that you've had a lot of growth in a positive way.
I was 5'8", now I'm 5'9". I'm kidding.
Yeah. I think you see the world as, you know, anything's possible, which is neat.
Oh yeah. Do you remember that time I called you while I was in Sicily? We were like on a boat in the middle of the Mediterranean, clear blue water, and I was like, I'm gonna call my dad. How was that? It was pretty cool, right?
Yeah. No, it was neat, you know, and just some of the pictures, and you got to see and go places.
Yeah.
And experience things that, you know, we've never seen. So it was neat to see.
But you will. You will.
We're good with where we're at, so.
Well, I'm glad you are, but that leads me into my final question, which will you come to Italy with me in December? Come on.
We'll see.
Oh my God.
We'll see.
That's a yes. That's a yes.
But we will.
Woo! Go to Italy.
Make sure you drop a like if you agree my dad should go to Italy with me.
Yeah, Dad. All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, are we done? Can I go now?
Oh my God. I just wanted to say thank you for sharing your knowledge with the people and the parents at home. I've been on YouTube and there haven't been any videos where like there's been like the kid and then the parent who also talks about, you know, like letting their kid go. Like usually it's just the kid like, this is how I convinced my parents, but like no parent to actually say like, oh, this is why I felt comfortable saying okay. Most kids tend to struggle with talking to their parents about it, because most of them just get like no. So thank you for being so helpful.
Well, and one final thing is that, you know, we didn't talk a lot about the financial part of it.
Right.
But when we talked and agreed to it, you got a job, you worked, you saved your money, and contributed a great deal to it. So that was... I
made a video on that. Go watch it.
That was a huge piece, because I think that it allowed you to take ownership of it.
Definitely.
And, you know, I think that deepens the experience for you also.
Give me a high five.
High five.
All right, and with that, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Make sure you leave a comment if you have any questions for me. I respond to all of them. And drop a like if you think my dad should go to Italy with me.
Hey, what's up? It's Kenna. Hey, what's up?